Back with another video. I want to get into this concept of why you save you and why anywhere you go, you are there. Now, to understand this theory that I'm going to tell you guys is that it requires you to get out of yourself. And if you are not able to get outside of yourself, you will never get to really understand how you save yourself. Because when you break down the constructs of your mind, you will start to realize that there are multiple or alternate, like there's multiple of realities. There are, as people would say it, there is a multiverse, right? Now, people won't really understand this unless they what? So there's a multiverse, but you have to break out of your mind to understand this concept. You have to break out of your mind to understand this concept, because there are multiple versions of who you are in this world. And you have to start thinking in a way of like, now I've heard of people say, right? Let me erase this. So I've heard people say that everyone is bad. You hear this thought everywhere you go. Everybody always says this. Everyone is bad. And my thought to basically counter this thought, right? This thought right here is, if you yourself are a good person, then don't you think there are others who think like you? So when I started implementing this into my life, I started understanding more possibilities. I started to break out of this negative thought process that everyone is bad, right? We can get into the thought process, but you have to understand that who you are as a person, your thoughts are not really your thoughts. It's not like your thoughts, like even me, right? Even the things that I'm coming up with on my YouTube channel, it's not like my thinking is something that is new, right? The person who I am, do I have a different type of characteristic, a personality to kind of project this information out? Yes. But I truly believe my thought process has been here for millions and millions of years. So I'm not really new to this earth. My thought process, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the old, if I was an older version of myself. Because there's people who say that like you were here before, but I don't know. I don't have the memory of it. But I truly do in my heart, I know that my thoughts is not coming. It's not like it's something that is new. I know it for a fact. It's just something that's a deep knowing. Uh and like I said, if you think the way that you think, right? If you think that you're a good person and you're helping people and you're doing the right thing in life, don't you think that there are other people in the world who think like this, who have this same construct of mindset? And once you start thinking in that thought, right? Once you start thinking in that thought process, you will understand that you are everywhere. You are everywhere. You are in Europe. Even if you're black, I don't even know if I spelled this right. I think there's another U in there. You are in Europe. Even if you're black, you're in Africa. Even if you're white, I'm in Asia. I'm in the Caribbean chilling. Probably doing who knows what. Caribbean. I think I spelled this right. Caribbean. But yeah, you are everywhere. You are everywhere. So, didn't you ever hear your mom ever say, if you look for bad, you will find bad? And it's also true for the opposite. You have to understand that. And I'm not going to get into that, but that's another way how you can, if you're looking for bad, it's also a way. I'm not into the constructs of good and bad, but I'm just using it as concepts for people to digest. But if you go looking for bad, right, this is also a way to get to know your shadow. So bad to me, bad equals shadow work. That's what it means to me. Bad equals shadow work to me. So when I'm going off looking for bad, quote unquote, I'm looking to possibly know more about myself, more of my shadow aspect, right? And there's a lot that you can utilize in this aspect to get to know more about who you are as a person, because the shadow realm of who you are actually has a lot to offer. It can be very scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I've come to notice that there are some people who know how to dwell in this area very well and operate in this area very well, as it's more easy for me to operate in the more happy land. I've noticed that it's opposite for people also to operate in the happy land. If you're like, to be honest, if you're somebody who is bad and always in the shadow realm, it's gonna be hard for you to look at this concept that there is good everywhere, or you are in you are in everything. You are everywhere, right? It'll be very, very hard for you to get the concept that I am telling you. That's why I mean, from my perspective, to be honest, that's why I believe it's very important for people to, at a young age, develop positive self-talk. It's very important at a young age. I believe at a hard, it's very hard. I truly believe, and I've seen it, And it's hard for people to grasp this concept if their life has always been negative. But I would say to people who think negative, if you have some form, so let me get it here. If a negative person is watching this with a negative mindset, I would say to you, if you have some form of positive thoughts, then you can break free. You can break free. It won't be that. You just have to lean more into those thoughts, right? You just have to lean more into that positive thought. And the thing is that it's going to take courage to do that. It's going to take courage to believe in those thoughts that you are believing, even though you have thought and you have experiences of negative behavior and negative self-talk inside of you. But you have to understand that even you watching this video is you saving you, because I am you. If you've made it this far in this video and you've been listening this far, then I would say I am you. Because there's something inside of my voice that is keeping you here this long. It's keeping you here this long to interact with me. So, especially if you're not somebody that, if you're like me, if you're not somebody that likes to interact too much, or you're not really into what people have to say sometimes, and I'm engaging with you this far, you are saving you. I am you. Because I can get into it more, but you have to understand that not everybody has the same energy frequency. So if you're keeping up with me and you're staying on track with me, that means that you resonate with me somewhere. We resonate, right? We resonate somewhere. So I am you. Yay! I save me. Da 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 da. A little cape. That's my little cape. Oh man, my little cape. But you have to understand this concept, right? Because you are interacting with you, and you have to know that your mindset is not something that is different than anybody else, right? It's not like your mindset is like something new on the block, because it's not. There have been many people here before us, before time, and they have dealt with the same things that you have dealt with. There are people in this world, I'm telling you, across this land, we may be speaking different languages, but trust me, you don't have to know that. Like, there's certain things where you can just know somebody gets you. We don't have to talk, but you just know deep down inside. And this is just something that you have to practice. But you are you in this world, saving you. And as long as you as long as you believe in you, you will always save you. But you have to believe this concept. You have to really, really trust this concept. And the only way to really trust this concept is you have to practice, and you have to start building who you are as a person. None of this works unless you practice and challenge yourself. But yeah, guys, this is all I have for you. Peace.